Oh, there we go. There we go. Now can people hear me? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so we got one device down. Doing a bit of check before we get too far into the beavers here. Come on. Devices are a little slow. So I know YouTube heard me. Now the question is...
It's harder to...
Now the question is whether Twitch does or not. But of course, on my device, Twitch has got to throw an ad up right away. So we'll hope they're hearing me. And anybody out there on Twitch, let me know otherwise. But we're going to continue on. And hopefully everything goes well. Last time, I know we were here, we got this in. We were working on looking at getting this taken care of, which might be fun because there's now, let's go back to this, a bunch of bad water here in the way, and if I send a bunch of beavers over here to explode this out right away, we're going to have a bit of an issue. But I also want to come down here, I think, and block this off, which this, unless there's a drought, is pretty much always going to have bad water, because there's a bad water source right there. So, tell you what, let's take this out, so they don't come down here and poison themselves, because they very well might. They're beavers, they're not completely smart. Let's see, since last time, they did change how the blocks looked, which is good. You can really see the plants moving now, so that's nice. They've had a couple of updates here and there. Hey, Eld, how's it going tonight? Well, it is going. Can you hear me all right, Javik? I wasn't sure if my sound is working. All right, good, good. We had a forced update to Windows 11, and by forced, I literally mean the computer decided it was going to update itself whether I wanted it to or not. It gave me the options of update or shut down and update, or I could reboot and update. It didn't even give me the option to not update. It was just that determined to make me update. So, yeah, it was a fun one. There we go. Okay, so we've got all this stuff here. We left off last time, I think. Are these paused? Yeah, those are paused, because we need more water. And we are still kind of working on the water situation. It's much that doesn't have AI. Well, they got to look in on what you're doing, right? How else are they going to do it? Do I want to send beavers down here? I kind of do, but I kind of don't. You know what? I'm going to send them up here first and block this off. I know that's going to get a lot of beavers probably sick, but we're going to deal with it. Have you seen RAM prices? I have not. I have heard that with Crucial only going to AI RAM, that those RAM prices are going to go up quite a bit, which stinks because I could use some more RAM. Let's do levies. We'll just close that. I don't think that will force it out anywhere, but let's do that. Have our buddies go and get that. What's the increase over the past couple of months for RAM prices? And I cannot fill very much of this up. I guess the water is going somewhere else. Where else is the water going? It's not over here, is it? No? Well, maybe. Is it filling up this? Is that what it's doing? No? Maybe. Already hundreds of dollars for 16 gigs? Jeez, that's terrible. Well, they gotta wring that money out of you somewhere or another, don't they? How are these? Okay. How fast do you get decontaminated? Not super fast. Hello! How's it going? Hopefully tonight is a little less scuffed, though, for everybody, so we'll see how it goes there. What do we got? Beaver is unwell. Let's keep an eye on these unwell and contaminated. If it gets to be over about 15 of them, probably should turn off the building over there. Maybe I want to look into bots. Maybe that would be a good thing. Drought started 27 days. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do what we can. How many do they have in down here? You know what? Now that there's a drought, where's this bad water coming from? Seriously, where's that? Oh, okay, so it just kind of pushed up that way. Maybe we turn this off for a minute. Let the drought empty that out, and then we'll come back in and work in those areas. How's our food doing? Not bad. Not great. Water's okay. I think we're okay at the moment. What's everybody else think? This is all back together. Good. I feel like there's just not enough room. Green land and such. Ah. Let's get that in there. I'm still catching up. You know, that's pretty much the way I always feel, so I am just always catching up. That. There we go. This 1.0? It sure is. This is one of the new maps for 1.0. They've got two new maps. This one seems to be based more on water pressure and the explosives. The other one seems to be based more on like the other new things, like the aquifer drills and all of those things, the geothermal. This one doesn't have both, and unfortunately, I haven't found a custom map. I'm looking for a specific custom map. So if anybody has a small map, and then I'd like it to have all of the neat stuff that 1.0 added, the aquifers and geothermal, and yeah, there's geothermal now. It's basically, it's free power. That's all it is. It doesn't cost too much, and it's pretty much all free. Alright, did this stop going down? Is it going out at all? It doesn't look like it. It looks like we're just going to have to live with what we get. We have 9 contaminated beavers, though. That's not good. Is it a new node? Yeah, actually, there's a new node. It's a little circle on the ground that has steam coming out of it. Oh. And it does. It gives you 400 power. Hey, Death, what's up? How's food? Mangroves. Let's get some people in the mangrove flags before those die. We can pause this one for now and save ourselves some work. Let's pause you guys, since we have so many. Do I need berries? I don't really need berries. One cup of tea at a time. That's the way you can get through. It's the best way to get through. Do I need a centrifuge? I probably will need a centrifuge. Let's get somebody in here. We'll get somebody in here. And then we'll get people back in the centrifuge. I was only on YouTube. That's all right. Whatever platform works best for you, it does not matter to me either way. I'm just glad you guys are here. Sometimes YouTube has more people, sometimes Twitch has more people. It's weird. Let's see. We've got crops here, which is good. How much power are we? 400. Are we not getting stuff brought to them? I don't know why we're not getting stuff brought to them. Are we? Oh, we're out of haulers. That makes sense. Probably because we have so many contaminated beavers. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow over here. Yeah, we're back after a week. It was one of those long weeks last week, and I knew stuff would be going on, and yeah, you know how that is. How full is this? It's still emptying out somewhat, but not quite as much as I'd like it to be. Our fruits are filling up. That's good. I'm a little worried about our water. We got a 27-day drought, and there's not a ton in here, but... Oh, are we... You know what? I don't need all these people over here with this corn and such. Let's pause you. All that. Do we have anybody back in here yet? No. Anything? Planks? Yeah, I got plenty of planks. Let's pause all those. They can go find something else to do. Please tell me that put somebody in the hauling post. It did. Good. Okay. Now things are up and running. Any snow? Yes, I had a ton of snow over the past week, and then snow again and again. Oddly enough, nothing got called off. I don't know about you guys or where you guys are at, but they, in the past, have called off just about everything if there was, like, an inch or so of snow on the ground. This time, way more than that. Nothing. Everybody was fine. They were just like, yeah, whatever. Let's see. That's always... That could be a good bad water source. I guess if these run out. 0 snow in sea as of yet. That's not a bad thing. I wouldn't complain about it. Okay, we've got that. Where are we pulling our metal from now? Oh, over here. Okay, that makes sense. We should probably get them a little bit of a storage place. Metal going out. Apparently, George, they don't have salt trucks here, so anytime it snows, everything is shut down. They eat ice even more. Luckily, we didn't have ice, which is why we might not have had a lot of stuff shut down. Because there just was no need for it, really, I guess. Hey, we're down to 8 contaminated beavers. I feel like these should work a little faster. Alright. Light snowfall during the week. 20 centimeters? That's not bad. See, I drive a truck, and it's a two-wheel drive truck, and I can tell you, two-wheel drive trucks in the snow do not work great. I even had extra weight put in the back, and it still barely works. One who lives in their house. Yeah, I don't know a lot of people. The only people I know around here that like snow are people that don't have to go to work. So, I mean, if you can work from home, then yeah, snow doesn't matter. But if you're not working from home, then it becomes a little rough. All right, we've got all this. We are low on beavers. Why are we so low on beavers? Well, we do need to redirect some water. How is this doing? Okay. There's a little bit of water here. Snow's here. I don't work. Apparently they frown on package cars skidding downhill. I bet they would. Somehow, I don't think most places want their package cars sliding all over the place. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but what the heck did I do to this road? Tow trucks are, you know what? I bet they are too. They probably absolutely love the snow. What is this? Logs. Disintegrates. Okay, this is a mechanic I don't like. Right here. This is something new that was just added in the last patch. That I might eventually get a mod to just turn off. It's not a good idea. If you don't want the rubble there, just delete it. Otherwise, leave it alone. Or if you think you have so much rubble it's slowing down your game, then delete it. But don't force us to delete stuff. It's a bad idea. These. You guys are full. Pause you for a second. For now, I guess I will just make an extra log storage so I can pick up all these logs. There we go. Okay, what do we want to... What do we want to work on? Could do some bots, I guess? Put in maybe some power wheels down here and get some bots going. Large water wheel. Oh, well that's new. It didn't tell you before what that would bring in. I do this. Grab this. There we go. Hook them together with power. Just so we can get to all of them. There we go. Can I get another one? Nope. This side, maybe? If I put another one of these in. There we go. Maybe we work on something to save up a little bit of the power. go. I've been building a ton of these lately. Theoretically, though, I believe they connect into the bottom. I found out recently on the water beavers they don't, but I believe they do connect in on the bottom. We're gonna build a double power tower and see what we can build. See if it works out for us. Vertical power shaft. There we go. Physics. Where we're going, we don't need physics. Mostly because we don't understand them. There we go. I don't have the curved stairs, so this is going to be interesting. We'll have to go old school. There we go. Now it's just twos. You guys have never made the old style spiral staircase. Here's how you do it. You just set up that little base and then basically go twos all the way to the top and then start setting up yourself some stairs. There we go. And then you just have to wait for them to build it, which that takes a while too. Good thing it isn't windy. Very good point. Or raining. These would be fun to get up while it was raining. You get this. Nope. Get this. We'll take these two out. You need a build view. I'm still waiting on that build view. Rip says Sunday night going to be between 20 to 30 mile. Actually, we have a ton of wind around here. In fact, I stopped taking the highway home because the wind was so bad on the highway, it pushed my truck all over the place. Felt like somebody was outside just shaking my truck while I was trying to drive it like 70 miles an hour. Hey, they got the first one in. Okay. Still have... Oh, that's because these are probably out of people. What are we down to? Contaminated 4. Okay. Oh. Well, we can pause these things temporarily. Because they're not going to do us any good. Still have 12 days left. This is all dead. There we go. Now we have extra beavers. We can go through and unpause some of this stuff. Oh, I ran out. Look like Hanson Farm. Yes, that is exactly it. I was a couple of times that I honestly thought I was going to get swept off the road. We have a lot of large truck travel around here, especially on our highways, and as they pass you, it creates some fierce wind cross currents, and yeah, I almost got taken out a couple of times. What do we got? How's this doing? Oh, it's down to a half tile there, so maybe by the end we can get a lot of this stuff in. How is our dynamite factory doing? It's dynamiting. Can't complain, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what possessed me to buy a two-wheel drive truck. You would think if you're getting a truck, you might as well get the four-wheel drive, but that didn't happen. Okay, we're really low on water, and I don't much like that. Oh, we're still working 20 hours. Let's turn that down. Maybe that'll lower my water consumption. Let's just close that for now. Keep all the water we can up there for drinking. Oh, put it all right there. Alright, we got them building something here. Power. Nope. Metal. Nope. Science. Nope. Stations. Bot part factory. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That here, there, there. One of you. There, that can go there. There we go. Science. Okay. Truck farm. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like that we're down to 100 some odd water. I don't like that at all. Is there any good water anywhere left on the map that I... Some down here, I guess. Nothing else, I'll open this back up and drain all this out. Let's go ahead and knock all those down if we can, because we might end up needing to get down there. Those in. Well, hopefully we make it here. All right, we have one beaver contaminated again. Nope. These are all... Nope. Nope. Get a second one. At least we can pull as much in as we possibly can from that. Let's make this high priority. And keep the water in for at least a couple more days. We might be able to make it. But I was not expecting a 27-day drought here. On the right side, this might actually dry up. We might get a little flooding from this, but it might be better than not having it. How are we doing on extract? We're full on extract. How are we doing on dynamite? We're not full on dynamite. Well, that stinks. Oh, there's a lot of beavers having trouble with water. Well, let's see if this explodes on us. It very well might. For a minute, we're going to do that. Guess we could have kept that other one in the middle there. Well. Super high priority. I want whatever water is left down there. Four pumps for 70 beavers. Twitch just told me to play beavers. Little late there. Yeah, that's Twitch for you. Everything dies, it dies. We will rebuild if we have to. We have plenty of trees, so we might not actually need... We definitely don't need all of these guys doing that. Of course, they build the one here first. Let's get rid of that. Here's something I wish they would incorporate somehow. A deep water pump that you can put in like a cap here so it can go down below like what I would need here, but it wouldn't come up above that particular point. Oh crap, that's going to be an issue, isn't it? So that's not actually going to get us any water. Because I don't know where my own water goes. Well, that's not good. 0 water. Nope, that's not going to do us a bit of good, is it? After all that, it's not going to do us any good. I should have put some down here, just in case. Because as soon as I let this out, it's just going to all flush down the drain. Red. We have a little bit of water. Hopefully they can at least survive for 4 days on that. Okay. Well, you can't win them all. There we go. That needs to be done. Pick up that. More trees. Put the trees there. This just needs to be open. We're out of water, so we have no power. That's not good. This is full. On the bright side, they're building these. I guess they have nothing else to do, really. No water, so no new beavers. And we got 3.5 days. Everybody's coming to get their drink before they go home for the night. Well, that's... We might just have to wait this one out and see if we survive. Yep, we're already starting to get some dying of thirst. Tin water. 9. 2.5 days. There's still a little bit left, but I think that's probably going to dry up today. I want to see if I can get another one in there. My goodness. If something happens, we'll just reload and try again. It's the way it works, right? So as the food's going down, because we can't get any of the processed food. This time... Oh, hey, this is Timberborn. This is the newest release, the experimental branch. Currently, we're in a big drought. We're trying to save our colony, but it does not look good. Zero water and 1 day without water left. The worst part is the next day or two we might not get any back. Oh, look at that. They got this this is dry. Let's go here. Okay, those are marked as high priority. We'll see if we can block that off. Oh, we are dropping like flies. If we gotta reload, we'll have to reload. It's just the way things are. Yep. We have no water, so there's no new beavers coming. They did just recently do a graphical overhaul. They've added, like, all of the plant movement. They've added... Well, if there was water, you could see the water, like, much better. Alright, everybody back in every pump. Because we need water, and we need water badly. Hey, there's water over here. That can go. Water seep might be the thing that saves us. Already some bad water flowing out this way. I just have to do a quick reload. We're down to 7. We have nobody. We have one person building. We have 5 beavers. Where are these 5 beavers at? Berry gatherer. No. 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 And no. I think I have more pumps than beavers, too. I think you're right. In fact, I have all of 4 beavers. So we might have to spend a little bit getting our beavers back up. If that doesn't work, well, we'll do what we can. This is all good. Let's set you back to the auto. We've got enough food, I think, for 4 beavers. 1 beaver. Okay, never mind. I think we're done. Well, that happens. We went from a massive amount of water to just nothing. Yeah, sad. Sad, sad. That's all right. Unfortunate things happen like that every once in a while, so this time we know to go back in and pull in a whole lot more water during that time that we've got it. So is life. It's part of the game, right? Poor boobers. Yeah, poor boobers. It's because I'm out of practice. I didn't get to play all last week, so now we know what must be done. Focus all on getting the water filled back up. All of that. There we go. Don't need these. Don't need that. Really don't need that. Let's go over here and make sure they're staying out of the bad water. We'll deal with that in a bit. But we need to get our water. If, you know, I don't disagree. If they would just learn to drink right from the lake, you would think a beaver would be able to do that, but nope. That's canola oil. Do we have... We have hauling posts again. Go 22 hours so we can get more water. We'll come back to the bad tide and stuff. We'll keep them out of the contamination this time. We'll keep an eye on food, but I want as much water as we can possibly get. And see if it's even possible to survive at this point. Drought again. Okay, well, watch it be a 30-day this time. We're going to say this is incoming. Because this is where most of them hang out. Where else I can put a... Really? Put some over here, but I have to build my way over there. I could put one here. You know, we'll take what we can get, right? We're at 1,000. Got 77 water in there. Want you guys doing nothing except bringing in water. Also, this next time I might just auto-close this. In fact, I might just close it now. I'm not sure. This is just set to closed. Okay. Go with 50. There we go. We'll see if we can get a little bit more water pulled out of there. Also, we might do a backup pump here and here, since that will put out a little bit of water first, while we have beavers to build those pumps. Any reason it's not going any higher other than maybe there's pressure somewhere? Okay, it's pushing up over here. There's got to be something else that it's pushing up to. Go down. I just blocked this off. That kind of leaves that to its fate, but I could block this off and do good water, bad water there. But I have to survive this. I'm not sure at what height that... Where's that bad or good water going out? 27 days again. I gotta go down to 16 hours or else they're just gonna use too much water. We're at 1.6k this time, which is admittedly a little better. Get those so we can pull all that in. We have 5 contaminated beavers this time, not nearly as many. We'll get them to build it while we can still build, I guess. Let's also turn down the pods. We'll go with 2. Stop that. Okay. 0.7. Where are we at on gears? We're not making gears because we don't have... We can pause you for now. And you. Okay. Well, 2 days down, 25 to go. We'll keep the water up here as long as we can this time. We seem to have a decent amount of food. However, I'm going to turn off these high water using ones. Okay. There we go. Turn off a couple of these because we should have enough logs. Turn off that and that. Started working on any of these yet? No. All right. Well, I don't much like the fact that we've converted to pretty much just gather as much water as possible, but I mean, not much we can do since we know what happens if we don't. Okay, they're building over here. Yep, I'm going to wall that one in. We'll do that a little bit closer. There we go. And then instead of all of this here, we'll come down here and sluice. Where's the sluice? There it is. Sluice out this way. This can be for bad water. That one, close. There we go. Morning, Goodson. How's it going? 2.4K. Oh, there's a hydrate. I didn't even see that. Posture check. Got the good tea this evening. There we go. I think my Windows 10 upgrade has messed with my OBS Studio as well. It's not working the way it used to. A lot of the stuff that was working doesn't seem to be working, which is unfortunate. Do this, put you back here. Say your port logs. B for going out. Nobody in a lot of these. Have you played Whiskerwood? No. And I probably won't. Life of the soon-to-be unemployed. Christmas presents have not been soon-to-be unemployed? So good. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's one I'm definitely not going to be playing. Why soon-to-be? It's a long story. But, yeah, we're just not going to play that one. My last day is the 17th. Holy cow, they give you a ton of time. I do think here on the YouTube side, I'm going to be probably doing a short, I don't know if I'll do the whole game, but I will probably at least play a little bit of Flotsam. Which was also good. Flotsam is awesome. Yeah, I really like Flotsam. It's got its own little charm to it. Look at that. 3,000. Almost 3,000 water. I should do some calculating. Calc. Let's see. This calculator still works. This period was 30 days, but I had unused PTO, so brought the last of my day forward from the end of the month. Makes sense. Have you had any luck on the looking scale? These are words I've never heard before. Flotsam? Flotsam? It's not the word that you've heard before? Which word? Flotsam. Ah! Flotsam is... What was the definition I looked up for it? Goods jettisoned into the water from a crash or something like that. Which I don't think that's exactly what you're picking up there. It's more like garbage, like sea garbage. Oh, perfect time for an ad. Okay, I'll wait. All right, when this goes down, we will have some backup deep water pumps, but we have 3,000, so is that full water? All right, I'm going to at least turn on 2 more. How's the food? Turn off a couple of these. that can go on. Kohlrabies are full. They can get the mangrove fruits themselves. Look at that. 3.3k this time. That's much better than it was going into it last time. Curious for not playing Whiskerwood. Yeah, there's some stuff going on there. I don't have enough for this forester? What the heck happened there? Oh, those are done. Send you out of there. You guys actually... Oh, okay. You're carrying stuff back. That's fine. The second, third interviews with a couple companies, but the interview process is long. Yeah, I know. Over there, it's way, way long. Which is unfortunate, but I know why they do it, so... Uh-oh. It's all dead. Do I want to let out some water? I will let out some water at 15 days. And we'll fill it back up to, 4 or 5. Casual interview, first coding test, technical, second interview with management, meeting with HR. Yeah, that seems about right for where you're at. All these logs. Just need to pick up logs. Okay, so one thing, it looks like these are huge water hogs. We're gonna have to figure that out. And we'll have people again once all this dries up. Picked up the game, all good. Okay, good. No, it's a fun little game. It's got some oddities. Maybe a couple of things I would change. They could probably use maybe a once-over again on the translation. But other than that, it's been a lot of fun. So I would definitely recommend that one. It's from the same people that make Wandering Village and Dungeon Crawler. So... it's a solid studio. Each interview takes 1 to 2 weeks to schedule. Good grief. Alright, let's set this back to open for a bit. We're probably going to lose that little layer off the top here, but that means we've got all of these here. Yep, hold on. Let's pause these. This time we're at 15 days, but we have 3.4k of water. So all around, that's a little bit better, I think. All right, that's probably good. Okay, how is this doing? It is falling. That's good. Yep. Steps. Small steps. I'm going to say those are very important. And then hopefully this shoves more water into this, which lifts it up farther. I guess we'll see. That's the general idea, but who knows? I have 5 extra. What do I need more of? Dynamite? Let's grab dynamite. So there should be somebody in there, right? So that leaves 4. I could send somebody down to start getting rid of this, but in all honesty, it's not worth the wait to get the beavers back. How are things in the Eld household? We don't have the presents under the tree yet. We have the presents, just not under the tree yet. I mean, there's a lot of snow out there, so that's a good part of it. We've been dealing with that. Kids have been busy. All the schools are getting, their end of the year stuff together. House is an absolute mess, but this time of year it always is. I wonder, can I make myself a shortcut here, up and over? Kind of feel like I could. Now the question is, how do I rebuild these stairs? I guess I gotta build everything back one? Yeah, that looks like to be the only way. It's not like this stairway is doing a heck of a lot at the moment anyway. Two, 1. There we go. Shortcut to the water. And the decorations are up, but we have this terrible thing where we... S-curve spiral stairs. If I had the treated planks, I probably would have invested in those, but I don't have the treated planks. Because I don't have a ton of room for that much at the moment. I need to find a way to get some more land, I think. Before I go too much farther. I feel like this should be being out faster, but maybe not. Here in, I don't know, 5 days, we'll check back. 3.2k water this time. Much better going into the last 10 days. See, it's those minor things that that help out a ton. I don't need any of those. Probably use some of those, but that farm's all dead. Speaking of which, they don't need to be over here. And while we wait, turn all this back on. So we've got those. And we'll build a dry season science shack. Give some of them something to do. Put some irrigation backup for the farms. I mean, this pretty much is the irrigation backup. Oh. These are all done. Look at that. They got these things in already. Trees in around it. Gotta find a good place. There's so many bad water places. Farm that just died. I could do irrigation here. But last time, since I ran out of water, we're going to hold off on self-irrigating, I guess you could say. Which everything's off over here. Yeah. This bad water would eventually go away like it's supposed to. We'll wait for the last couple of days and get somebody over there, just to see what happens. I was going to calculate something, but I forgot what it was I was going to calculate. Oh, that's right. We have 66 beavers. They should use about 3 water a day. We'll give them 4. And we have, let's say, 9 days left, so 2,376 water. So we at least don't look like the farm is going, or the whole place is going to dry up this time. Which is good. That's what we wanted. Not to mention they have a little bit they can pull out of there. This all looks good. Then the next time, maybe we won't have to pull so much water out of it. No, we're still going to have to pull a ton of water out because my water supply is going to be fairly low. Well, we'll do what we can do, I suppose. One extra beaver. If I had a bot, I could send a bot down there to do that, but I don't. Should I... Materials. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to have mushrooms for a bit. I'm going to send all the bad water this way. Then it doesn't make sense to block that off. This will have to come out eventually. Do 2.9k left with 7.4 days. Yeah. We have in the way of extract. Water. Soybeans. Not growing soybeans anywhere? No. Looks like I'm not growing soybeans anywhere. We'll at least remove them. Remove the old ones. We'll put soybeans in. I played had underground bad water drought gate things. Threw it all off the map. Which is a good idea. That's originally, I think, what I was going to do with these bad water sources here. Just dig a tunnel and throw it all off the map. Unfortunately, this tunnel is just constantly filled with bad water. I mean, I could just wander over here and dynamite down, I suppose. Got the idea from you. Oh, see? Yeah. Every once in a while I have a decent idea. Sometimes, not always, but every once in a while. Wise we're okay. Water-wise, we're better than I thought we would be. Okay. We've got extra people. We're just waiting out the drought. Maybe I should look into getting some dirt. Water. Nope. Landscaping. 2K. 3K for dirt blocks. I don't even have dynamite, though. I should probably get that at some point. You know what? Let's try for dirt. Then maybe we can block off some of these a little easier. Just a little, you know? Let's do landscaping. Grab one of these. A good place for this be? It's a good question. Put it along the edge over here. Send in the beavers. Oh, yes. Are they? Ah, wonderful. Good catch. That's all done. That's all done. We'll leave that. See if they can get to that today. Hey, we've already got beavers headed over that way. Bridge. I could have did this first, but that's okay. Logs. Metal. Coming in. Coming in. Do I only have a couple builders? 4 there. I could have swore I had a builder's hut. Do I not have a builder's hut? You can divert a couple of things to that. That's not really helping us. That's not really helping us. We can definitely turn those 2 back on. That ought to be easy enough. They won't build those until after this. Set these to fairly high, but we'll get the rest of those done. We block off this. That means the bad water has to come this way and no longer in here. And then we can put the switch back in during the good water. They don't mind being in the good water, at least I think. Usually. Only the ember pelts mind that. Okay, they should at least get this done, which means we don't have to worry about the bad water. So we can probably leave these going for the next day or so. This time we had water as well, so that's not bad. Bees, how are beavers doing? Beaver-wise, we're doing okay. There'll be a slight dip in population here, but we ought to be alright. In all honesty, no, I can't do that yet, because I don't have a pine grove. Which, if I just said, stop cutting these pines for now. And let's say we take out these right here. I never did find a place for the dirt excavator, did I? Oh, did you look at that? They got those in. Do. Looking good. What's that? A lot of that stuff. That's alright. Oh, everything out of range there. Yep. Okay. Water's back. Goes on. And then we'll turn these on and go from there. This time we made it with 1.6k water, so small changes, big effect. This one's almost done. Goes below. This one be closed? Yeah, those are closed. That one's... Hey, look at that. That pressurized there. Let's... Where's that gonna flow out? Up here, maybe? Kind of the only place it can go. Which, for that, I think we're alright. And then the beavers to sewage pipes. New exit hole. We might end up just dynamiting new stuff. I don't think they need to be quite that high, but Oh, also, I can get to these back for some more water while I wait. These are done. This is probably filling up this lower area first. I think. Already creeping out of its banks, which is fine. I left one on the whole time. Guy's just been chilling up there in the hills the entire drought. There we go. Instead of 4-5, let's go back to 6-5 for now. There we go. So that'll be up for a second or two. More hours. You and you. I have 13 scrap metal. I don't know. You might have to close this hole off here. The water will come one day. Seen it. Yeah. Either that or he's just having a nice little vacation on everybody else's dime. It happens. Alright, that closed. We've got water here. This is filling back up again. Good. Now, you've got a ton of water here. We just have to force it to the right area. If I take that out, is this higher than this over there? Yeah, kind of looks like I need to close this off somehow. Which is not terribly difficult. Get that done. Those can come out of there. There's a drought again, probably another 30-day. Let's get the 22 hours in there. This may not fill up all the way, which worries me a bit. Do have a bunch of water here, but I can't really do much with it. You guys are done for now. Go find something to do. The summer science camp can be turned off. Got food, although we have less than we have before, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. We are full on berries. What is this? Mushrooms? Do we have mushrooms? We do not. Let's see. Remove all those. How about we do a food processor? We should have everything we need for those. If I do 2, that'll give me 2 different food sources. Okay. We'll work with that. We're full on this. Extract is okay. Dynamite is coming along. You can be for corn. You can be for algae. Let's try turning on at least one of those. Of each. know, even with this giant reservoir, things are still a bit touch and go. Okay, that's back in. So it can't flow backwards now, which means I can take this out. And we can attempt to fill in this hole here, which is going to take a decent amount of resources. Just do this for now. Two. I don't think. No. These. Or those. That, and this, and those. Another 27-day. Wow. Okay. It's not letting up, is it? Not going easy on me at all. Some days it's like that. I've got a decent amount of water right here I could be getting. If, for example, I pulled out these. And then we'll put it back later. How do I get a bunch? How do I get more than one in here? There we go. Ta-da! Okay, now we have a little bit more backup there for when this goes out. And hopefully, just hopefully, once this fills up, you know what? We can probably turn off a couple of these. Let's turn off a couple and just see what happens. How's our food doing? Kind of meh. You guys over here. Turn you off. Turn you on. Do. We have metal, but we're not really using it. Let's see. Flooded building. Oh, yeah, we knew that. Building lacks workers. Let's get somebody in there. I'd like some canola oil so that I could get stuff in there. Short 10 people? Where'd all these beavers go? Oh yeah, that's from the... Man, 3.2. Okay. Tell you what. We're going to pause these. Get some extra people out there. You can probably pause about half of those. Get this. Tapper Shack here. There we go. Okay, they're pulling in the kohlrabis. Good. Starting to get a little low on planks. Here's though, we're almost full on. Soybeans. Do I have soybeans? Algae, corn. Please get somebody in there making corn. And algae, please. That'll fix a lot of food problems, I think. Cassavas. They're still working on. Yep. Soybeans. We don't really have any soybeans, so... Alright. That'll fill in this, which means the next time the good water comes through, it'll push more water up into here more quickly? Question is, I gotta find out what's keeping it at this particular level, at like only one block from there. There's got to be something down here. So that comes up here. Those are all there. Is it this? I mean, we were using that as a bad water. We're still using it as a bad water bypass, aren't we? No, our bad water... That's good water. Where's our bad water going? Bad water is going this way, so... I really don't need this to be any kind of bypass. Let's see if I can figure anything out. I should get some dirt. All right. UI is slightly different. It is a little bit different in this version, but not terrible. It's a little more minimalist, I guess you could say. Turn that one back on and that one back on. Leave this one off too. Messages are up under... Yeah. That moved. I'm not sure what the purpose of that move was, but it doesn't really seem to affect too much. Let's see. Seriously, where do I want to put this giant... Again... It's gotta be, there's gotta be a good place here somewhere. Over here, maybe? There's nothing straight down from it, so maybe here. Landscaping you. There. Yep. And at least there'll be a water hole there that they can make sure that we're not going to drill into anything. Nope. And it will need this. Now the question is, how do I get that all in there? This here. This comes over into there. Good. All right. A good first step. Storage. Dirt. Dirt. Okay. That's something, right? Still actually have water in here. I'm amazed. Our food's back up. Alright, just some slow building this time, I think. Close is that? It's a little ways. On the right side, these seem to be pulling in a decent amount of water. There we go. They can see it. They made transparent borders around different windows smaller. Yeah, there does feel the whole UI seems to be a little bit more transparent here and there. Which is not bad, it's just slightly different. Alright. Here comes all the extra beavers. No, we're still low 2 beavers. More metal over there whenever we run out of this. Maybe I should start heading that way. There. And they can go all the way. Here to get that. Do kind of wish it went around turns, but that's okay. At least we got the L change anyway. 2. 2 and 1. There we go. A little bit more metal. Good old giant staircase. Yep, it's hard to beat a giant staircase. What height is this? So this is 22. This is also 22. Theoretically, I could block this off. Probably this right here. And that would fill up all this water in here during good tide. And we'd have a decent amount more green land at least. I'm pretty sure all this stuff is dead. Close enough to dead. We'll see how redirecting the water over to here does. Also, I do need to just come over and block this off completely. If I had the overhangs, I could probably do that. Let's take you out of there. There's nothing's coming out of there right now. Or was that the bad tide exit? Might have been the bad tide exit. This kind of functions as a bad tide exit, but I could take these out. If I blocked that off. No, that won't work. Good sluices here for good tide to go out that way. Sluices here for bad tide to go out this way. There's a lot of bad tide here, but where does that lead out at? Over here? Into here? What is this? Oh, and back into here. Well, that won't do us much good, will it? And here's our bad tide exit over here. Suppose I could make an alternate exit for this and just have bad tide go this way. Yeah, let's do that. Do. Landscaping. Do. This way. This way. That way. This way. Okay. Well, they've got a lot to build here. Where are we at population-wise? About the same. Which is fine. With these long droughts, This is about all we can handle at the moment. Hey, there we go. And 4 beavers to science camp. Actually, no. Send them to building camp. So things get built just a bit faster. Our log camp doing? Passable. You know what? See, this is where we need like the 4 and 5 speeds. They are getting this hole plugged up, though. How are you doing water-wise? Not terrible. Not terrible at all. There's 30 speed. There's 30 and 99 speed, but either have to have a mod or go into dev mode. I don't mind dev mode if you're testing stuff or, you know, well, basically if you're testing stuff, but if you're still playing the game, it feels a little too cheaty for me. Even if all you're doing is using the speed. Going to slideshow mode, yeah, the frames are not great when you go up to those higher rates. My food is almost full. I am surprised. Corn rations. Oh, I don't have a place to store corn rations. That's terrible. Corn rations. Poultry rations, corn rations. Corn? Corn. Algae. There we go. Get up there. Would be nice to have... find a way to get up there. I do this, then I can take that out of there. Do another spiral up. There we go. I always feel like it's actually slower than 3 times speed. Yeah, I think after you get it to the point where it's like really low frames and clunky, I think either 30 or 99 speed is actually slower than 3 speed. 3 speed with a decent amount of frames. I could use some there. I need to do this. You know what? Let's toss a couple in there. Toss one in there. How's the gears? Gears are fine. Mushrooms? Do I have mushrooms? Yes. Let's open up the mushroom place. An achievement for it. You notice they say experimental branch only. Yeah, that's I'm kind of waiting for the full 1.0 release to do any kind of achievement hunting or anything like that. I'm sure I could probably get them, but you never know. So what world did I put those? Why did I have those sluices there? It doesn't make much sense. Strange. They've got most of these in, so now they're just capping this off. I went and put this for good water only. This for bad water out that way. Maybe I should just cap this off and let switches down there do their work. Oh, I didn't think of this. If I open this up, I'm going to have to put sluices there so that bad water can't flow backwards through this. To hydrate. Sorry, Death. Got a YouTube ad, and it was nice enough to do it side by side with your stream. There you go. Watch both at once. Nobody says you can't. Where's my water? I've still got 2.7 at the end of all of this. That's not bad. Good thing you have sluices, right? That one I need. That I don't. Then, do I not need these? No. What about these? Nope. Nope. And nope. Yeah. Don't need those either. There we go. Real question is, how do I get back down there to the sluices? Oh, we're out of water, so it probably won't matter if I let the water out here. Let's try it. No real way for that water to get out anyway. So now I have to get down there, which... Alright, might have to do a little bit of renovating here. There's that. Well, maybe. Another 3 there. I can put in stairs here. And then I can come off the side here. 2s, 1. There we go. In the middle to build them. Misses. I'm going to say that these are fairly important. Misses. What a miss. That can be done, and then sluice, so that it can only go one way. Sluice, sluice. I mean, I could put the sluices in over here and then force bad water up here. I think that's what I was going to do. Yeah, let's do that. If it makes a mess, we'll deal with a mess. Right? Can't deal with it otherwise. Oh, let's get those in there. Save that. Close above. You know what? We'll leave it for 5. That one we don't need. Okay. Off to an onsen. Good luck. Enjoy. I'm not sure I could do an onsen. I bet I could. I think I'd be alright. We at 1.9? Okay, well. It's not terrible. We have a couple beavers a couple days away at the science camp. There we go. Like these guys that are always on the farm. That's good enough. Planks are fine, gears are fine. Grab some more logs. There we go. Logs here. We have pine resin. About time. Girls said join their dad. Yeah, I can see that being an issue. That would be kind of weird. Well, we might get spiral stairs tonight. Depends on how much we get built. How did they not build this? Build that. All right. Looks good. Should get this done fairly quickly. Oh, I never took them off 22 hours. No wonder they're struggling. Let's go down to 18. We're about to lose all of our extra beaver workforce. They're going to get called back from science and building camp. These gotta open back up. These gotta open back up. There we go. These gotta open back up. That doesn't have to open back up. I'm not sure why that's still there, honestly. We're out of bad water. Why we don't have somebody in the bad water place, but whatever. Oh, I got another hydrate that I didn't see. One of these days, I will see those properly. It's all going out that way. Okay, it's all coming up this way, which makes sense. Is it coming out over here? It is coming out over here. Good. Oh, I already got one done. Now bad water should just come up and out this way. Let bad water go. That's always going to have bad water. That comes out there. That's one of many places it can come out. Not there. It's back up. That's got to be filled back up. Stay closed. Losing a ton of water off the edge of the map over here because of this. I'm gonna get that done ASAP. Planks? Yeah, we have planks. Well-being's gonna take a little hit, but we're alright. Block and a plank. And then we can worry about plugging this here up. Hopefully once that's plugged up... Would you look at that? It's already starting to fill these. We'll see a little bit more water fill up here. You should have just stayed there and finished it. Now somebody else has to come back and finish it for you. Come on, you can do it. Ah, there he is. There we go. Alright, now... take out these... and one can go there. Nope, we want twos. Those need to be super high priority. And that just may force a bunch of extra water over that way. We'll see. For now, if we have to open that back up, we have to open it back up. It's not that big a deal. How's this filling up over here? Not bad. Oh, bad tide approaching. Well, we'll have to see how our bad tide navigation worked out. I can take that out, can't I? Fill up a little bit more. There we go. Did not even notice that. I don't know why there's a platform above that, but whatever. Pretty good current coming out of there. I'm hoping this is a short bad tide, but you never know. Oh, they're almost done with this. Which means I won't need that anymore. Put them at 18. Okay. See how this goes. It pushing out to anywhere unusual. Not really. That's full. Question is that going to raise any more, or is it just going to stay stuck at that level? It looks like there's still water coming out. "48-day bad tide." Yeah, I hope not. I hope they give me a break and it's like a 14-day. But you never know. Let's say 8-day. I don't know if they do 8-day. They may. Let's undo that. I am down 30 beavers. Good grief. Okay. It's because I forgot to actually pause my camp. No science camp at the moment. That's 23. That's 19. Alright, let's keep an eye on this bad tide. Let's pause these two. Oh, it came up here. I see. You had to teach your kids how to drive yet? I'm trying to teach the oldest, but he doesn't seem that interested. I don't know if it's this generation or what, but I know a lot of people around her age that just do not want to drive for some reason, and I don't know why. Okay, so that is still the bad water exit. If I were to lock it off, that wouldn't work, because you'd just have constant bad water on top of these gates over here. So we're going to have to open that up. What was it, a 15-day? That's not bad. Having teach the wife, but she ignores me until after you've done the dangerous thing. Oh, crud, what is this? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. We're about to have a bad water accident here. Where are you going, buddy? Get out of there. Where they have prefer my life not drive. Just not to. Drive for work? Yeah. I have to drive for work too. It's the area I live. Nothing is close to my house. Alright, I'll turn the 24 hours back down if they can get these done. I just do not want bad water coming down this way. Until we've got the diverter. This. All of these. There we go. Yeah. Where I live doesn't have any kind of buses or anything along those lines. They don't have a delivery in most places. Okay. Let them live with that. Buildings? Oh, yeah. We're well aware of that. How is this? Planks. We can pause. Probably not for long, but we can pause it. Explosives factory and bad water pump. We don't seem to have much of. Then again, I haven't used much in the way of explosives, so it's not terrible either. Okay, they've fixed that, so we can go back down to... Let's just go to 16 and see if we can make it. They're working on the dirt, so I guess we'll do that at some point. We'll have to find a way into this bypass, probably. We'll get down here. See what I can build. This. This. And then do overhangs. There. Yep. Actually, if I just do overhangs right here. Yep. And impermeable tiles. Permeable tiles? Permeable tiles. Oh, it's probably not here. There it is. Do those. Yep. And then we'll get... Let's see, take all that out of there. And then we'll just do a bridge over to this. Here. Over to this. There we go. Convenient train. Yeah, we definitely don't have trains around here. Well, we kind of do, but it's only like one area. Well-being high score 22. Okay, well. That looks to be okay. Hey, it worked. Okay. New high score. Yay. All right, we're up to 23. Shinkansen is by far the most expensive per kilometer of all high-speed rail options, even if paying in USD. Isn't that's like the 400-mile-an-hour train, though? I mean, I could see why that's super expensive. Alright, I gotta find out what these guys are building. What's it doing? Okay, they're building this. What are we missing here? Treated planks. Wonderful. Okay. Let's get some treated planks in here. Turn that back on. Should have plenty of pine. Pause one of those. That one. That one. That one. This one. This one. That one. Well, we're down to 2. How the farms over here are doing. Meh. That go to this way. That comes up from there. Over here. Over here. So that comes in from there. I wonder if once I get dirt, I just start capping some of these holes off. What'll happen? If I cap this one off here, I could fill this whole area with better water. Hey, treated planks. Okay. Can also start replacing these out with the better ones. Are we even going to run out of this one layer here? I'm not sure we will. Was it 325? Almost hit 500? It's just Japanese maglev. Is the maglev the one that does like 600? There we go. There we go. This all looks good. Okay, they're working their way over to the next set of metal, which is fine. Honestly, I wonder if I could just dynamite down onto one of these and then put a cap on it. And again, how much is the actual 4,000? I can afford most of that. Maybe at some point I ought to look into that. Start capping some of these bad water sources that are causing us so much issue. Maglet managed about 600. Yeah. And it's super smooth. Connected building. Max materials. What do you... Oh, it's just mushrooms. Algae, mushrooms. Nope, maybe we need some more mushrooms, more algae. We'll turn on 2 more. See how the water holds up. Did we ever get these built? Nope. Did we ever get that built? Nope. Turn that back on. Not sure we need that at the moment. We need those. May need that. Gears. We can turn that down. Planks. We can turn those down. Well, at least we got a better one at the end here. No bad water. There. Yeah, we're doing okay. Treated plank. All the treated planks going into this. Yes, I need 100 of them. How many am I making? I'm making... making about 5 a day. So that's going to take me, what, 20 days? Eesh. Haul them some stuff. Turn off another one of those. Oh, here's our influx of workers. Can they do anything with this right now? Okay, now I've got some extra workers. case any others show up. Get more stuff built. Get to those new sections. We can reroute this. Start working on another reservoir here, maybe. If I get dirt eventually, we'll start blocking off some of these bad water things. Thing I don't have a ton of, or a ton of space. Oh, it's because I'm still working on these. There you go. Get those done. Anywhere else I can get one of these? Not up here. Take that out. That's connecting a bunch of stuff together. Well, I guess I could level most of this out. We'll do that. Start there. All right, well, we got plenty of projects going. Let's see what they're working on. He has got a treated plank, so he's probably still working on that over there. Get some water. Got his food. Didn't have much time to sleep, though. He got 16 hours. That's his own fault. Scrap metal. What are you building with scrap metal? They're just kind of going all over the place, getting all these projects done. I'm pretty sure there's a mod that gives you a list of what everybody is working on. Which is something I really should look into, but that's okay. Oh look, they're coming up over here. Dynamite all around. Or will have dynamite all around. Got 173. Might as well toss somebody in there. Let's get some more mangroves since we're so low on them. Tide ended. Oh, okay. Good. Back to normal tide. These should switch back over. What about you? So you're open for now. Emanation's falling, but quickly. It's open. Okay. Means that should be open, which means this should be open. Is that filling up? It's hard to tell. Doesn't look like it is. So, is it waiting on something? Maybe backfilling underneath here? Okay, this is all full. There it goes. Okay. Oop. These can probably go. Go. Get that in. Spitting regular water out there, but it shouldn't be for too long. Should all be going the other way. Okay, I was gonna say. I put. I could have sworn I put. Yeah, I put impermeable floors on there. Let's polish that for now. That's important. Get that done, and then we'll put a bridge here that'll let us get to all of those. Just be a 2. I think somebody's headed that way. Ah, good. This project management mod for Timberborn? Actually, pretty close, yeah. I need to turn just these back on. RAM. I mean AI accessories. All RAM is for AI now, you know? That's what it's supposed to be for. Nobody'd ever want to purchase that. Gosh, dang it. It'll be another long one. But water-wise, we're doing okay. Back up to 20 for now. Oh. There. Goodness. Fit. Lacks materials. Yeah, that makes sense. Corn, I have plenty, so maybe I'll undo some of this corn here. My new job might be more project management than coding. I definitely could have been a project manager, and I've put in for project managers before, but I don't know if it's really my thing. Study hard to become an AI engineer. Yeah. Honestly, I've had people offer me, like my parents wanted to know, hey, if you want to go back to school to learn AI, now would be the time to do it. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Oh, here. Bridge. Hi. If somebody can come over and fill that up. That way, maybe we can get all this done. I don't know if we're going to get it done before the end of this drought, but gotta be okay. This does look higher than it normally is, though. Which is good. That's what we were wanting to see. If I gotta go back and put another layer on this and another layer over here, I'm fine with that. My worry is the AI jobs will last about as long as the blockchain jobs. To be fair, that's probably what will happen. They'll last until the next big thing comes along. I need some of those. 7 of these. Well, not too shabby. We've got some stuff moved around, new flows, filling up our reservoir more, a couple of new items to get in. Even with a cruddy start, we still managed to get through it, so that's not bad. Not bad at all. We've got our new foods in. We've got treated planks in, finally. Yeah, next time, hopefully, we'll get to expand out to more farming space. But I think for now, we're going to call it this evening. Hopefully, next week, I will have one of each, at least, of the normal stuff over on YouTube. I'm also going to maybe try and get a Flotsam up. If I can get something on there. Should be back on Twitch on Tuesday, Wednesday, as always. Let's see. What? Do I know anybody that's on? Maybe I can raid somebody if I know somebody. What? Let's raid. You know what? Haxar stopped by the other night. We're going to raid Haxar again. There we go. Raid him over on Twitch. But as always, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by and hope to see you next time. Bye!